In late 2016, I traveled to visit Ecclesia Yanoa, Nigeria, Church of the Brethren in Nigeria, which is located in the northeast part of the country. Went there on behalf of the Office of Public Witness, where I work in Washington, D.C., the Church of the Brethren. The videos that follow, you'll see a number of people make connections between the insurgency of Boko Haram and displacement and the emerging food crisis that is covering much of that region. January 8th, 2017 marked 1,000 days since the abductions from Chibok. In Washington, D.C., we helped organize a vigil at the White House to mark this and raise awareness of the ongoing crisis and displacement, and now the emerging food crisis. The Church of the Brethren in the U.S. has partnered with the Church of the Brethren in Nigeria over the past few years, specifically to address the food insecurity, at times providing resources for direct food aid, as well as longer-term work to rebuild agricultural systems and products which are lost. If you're interested in engaging with work on advocacy, I invite you to contact me. My office helps to organize a working group of human rights organizations and development organizations here in Washington, D.C., which seek to raise awareness, provide policy recommendations, and technical assistance in seeking to address the crisis in Northeast, as well as the broader Nigeria.
Well, people need food because of what is happening, because the insurgents, what they are doing now, even those who were able to return after the incidents, they were able to farm, and then some of them again are going after them, burning their foodstuff, burning the whole village, and so it made it difficult for people. It makes it difficult for people to live, because no food, no houses to live. So people actually still need food, because there are some villages now around Chibok area, like Telema Klama. 2 weeks ago, the whole village was burned down with all their foodstuff, and even those that were not yet harvested, the insurgents went and burned the whole farm, and the ones they brought at homes, the insurgents came and carried away some, and the ones they were not able to carry, they burned down the whole thing. So you can see people are still in need. Also in the village of Kwang, still around that area, around Lassa area, that the same thing, they came and burned down the foodstuff. They will carry the ones they were able to carry, that is the insurgents, and the remaining one are in the house or on the farm. They will burn it down. We need the international level and the government to reinforce the military, because some of these people, they are living far into the countryside, and so if the military will go with the helicopter, they will scare the insurgents and send them away. But the fact that nobody is reaching them, it makes it difficult. The government needs to do something, and international communities, because some of this news that we are telling you, the news people, they were not able to carry the news around Chibok and Askra Wuba that we are talking about. Yeah, those they living far behind around Telema Klama, Musa, and other areas around Chibok local government, and Askra Wuba local government, and then that of Goza, like DCC Barawa, DCC Ngosha. Up to now, the people are not able to return. So you can imagine there is hardship.
In fact, the incidents have affected a lot of people. We just appreciate God that they were able to come back. Some were able to come back and farm this season. And the rain came at the right time. People were able to plant. And the crops also did well, especially those who planted early. They were able to harvest good maize, and only at the end of the season where the rain was not fully, those who planted late actually might not be able to harvest much. This actually is an issue that we look at it could also affect the food security of our farmers. And it's unfortunate because of up to now, these incidents are attacking our people very close to Lassa area, Chibok, and even Madagali. Those areas are still under intense of Boko Haram. It was just some few days back which they attacked Kautama, whereby about 80% of these people's houses were burnt and their foodstuff. So it is frightening. People now are afraid of going out to even harvest the little they have on their farms. So actually people are in difficulties of which the insurgency the issue need to be tackled. They need to be the security need to work more harder to pull them away from closeness of these communities, because they are closer to Zembiza. So we pray that God will help us and help our leaders, so that they could also look into this issue, whereby our security could be well, they could be given enough machineries or what they could also fight this insurgency.
We continue to tour UN to see the condition of people as a result of the Boko Haram insurgency. And we've seen how people are suffering, especially the food crisis, the lack of shelter, and many also have lost their jobs. Besides, they lost their loved one. Well, some were killed and some were kidnapped. Up to now, we don't know their whereabouts. So this is the condition of most of UN members.
The humanitarian and food crisis we are facing is on the high side, for the fact that people were not able to go to farm, and those who have managed to go to farm within the farming season, when the crop were raped, the insurgents went and gathered the crop. They are burning the villages, looting the crops that the farm produce, and this is a serious case. And the humanitarian crisis is also on the high side, for the fact that it is there is a security threat for those who want to go with humanitarian materials to help people at that side. So since there is a security threat, even security men could not access the area very well. So it has become easier for the insurgents even to recruit, since there is no security checkup.
Yeah.
So that is what people are facing at that angle. If you see the protesting we are doing about the Chibok girls, it was really started with the name of the Chibok girls, for the fact that Chibok girls were the only people that were adopted in big number. But there were some adoption even before the Chibok girls and even after the Chibok girls, and even within this past few months. But we are using the Chibok girls as a symbol to others. And for the fact that Chibok girls has been identified, we cannot call those who have not been identified. But even in the BBOG slogan, we said that we are fighting for the soul of Nigeria. When we are doing our 1-minute prayer, we pray for the Chibok girls and all others that are in adoption. Not only them, even our security men that have been killed, we pray for their family. So our agitation, actually, we call Chibok girls as the symbol, but we are protesting for the whole insecurity in the land, insincerity, even the corruption that the government is fighting. Our fight here include corruption very well. We fight about corruption. There is one of our write-up that is this citizens' solution to end terrorism. You will see all these are included. It is not only about Chibok girls.